What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Manbitesfilm, episode 113.
113, bitches!
It's good to be back. We took a little break.
Candlelit blowjob.
Yes, we did. With Nail.
Menage a trois with the fiance.
Talk about keeping it in the family. That's
I
cool.
know, right?
So I guess next time it's Carla's turn to be.
Ew, no. It's a devil's threesome on top of in the family. It's just weird.
Come on. Devil's threesome, angel threesome, whatever.
What's an angel threesome? Never heard of that one.
2 girls, 1 guy.
I've never. Interesting. I just thought of that as a normal one.
It's the opposite of the devil's threesome.
True.
Devil's threesome is 2 guys, 1 girl. And heavenly threesome is 2 girls, 1 guy. And it's actually funny that we bring this up because I found this out today because we were watching I decided to watch Grouper, and they talk about like what the devil's threesome is, and it like
Yes, they do.
It brought up to me. I'm like, devil's threesome. Like I know the devil's threesome. I'm like, what's the opposite of it? And I googled it, and it's like it's a heavenly threesome, 2 girls, 1 guy. From a guy's perspective, that makes absolute fucking sense. From a girl perspective as well, if she likes, a little variety of both, which is fucking great.
Did I inadvertently just do the best segue of my life?
You absolutely fucking did.
By accident?
Badass segue.
Speaking of double threesome.
By the way, I'm Branden, that's William, and that's Lewis. Welcome.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, it's back from vacation, and here we go. But anyway,
what'd you guys think?
I ended up watching Grouper because I know Lewis had been talking about it a few episodes back. Check episode 50 through 90, I think. Yeah, those 40 episodes. He talks about it. And so
also, if you've been listening, Anderson, the director of the movie, was on our show at one point.
Yes.
So yeah.
99, I think it was?
He was here for the Nightingale episode.
Yes, Nightingale, yeah. Was it 99? I don't, honestly.
I think it was 99, actually. I think it was right before 100.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
But Grouper, it's on Amazon Prime.
Is it? Okay, so wait. Before we get into this, is it on Amazon Prime or did you buy it, Lewis?
No, it's on Amazon Prime. I bought it on Amazon and Vudu, both.
Oh, okay. So you're just being a good friend.
I have a different account than Lewis does, and I saw it, but.
Because I used Lewis's account. I was logged into Lewis's account because of the movie we recorded for. We reviewed for Candlelit Blowjobs, and it said that you bought it, and I was confused. I was like, did you need to buy this movie, or was it already on?
No. It was actually on Amazon Prime. Just recently, actually, maybe less than 2 months ago. It got dropped on Prime as a streaming movie, but it's also on Tubi for free.
For free
with commercial.
By the way, I'm probably gonna download the Peacock. Is it called Peacock? Yeah, Peacock.
Yeah, Peacock, dude.
Because there's some good movies on there, and they, for some reason, ended up with the rights to Psych, and I watched that show from beginning to end, including the movie, and I want to see the new movie that came out, but.
Dude, it baffles me that Peacock is free before we get back into groupers, because we're actually going to talk about it.
Is it completely free, though, or is it just like something for free, and then if you have cable, you get more free stuff?
No, from what I understand, it is completely free. I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Probably because he just started, but yeah, I'll jump all over that one then.
But like, I was like, Peacock for free, and they even have shows. Like they did a Peacock exclusive show for they adapted Brave New World, the novel, into a show.
No shit.
Yeah, starring what's this guy's name? The one that plays Han Solo in the Solo movie, the young Han Solo.
I don't know his name, but we know him as young Han Solo.
Yeah, young Han. Sorry, Idrich, I think is his name, like something along those lines.
No idea.
Yeah, he's playing the main character in that show also. So, but it's just crazy to see like a streaming service that is completely free. You don't really see that too often. So.
That's true. There's one with the library card. I forgot what it's called.
What the fuck, bro? What are we in the 70s here, bud?
No.
I'm kidding.
I can't remember what it's called, but you just need a library card.
I'm not 100% positive, but
William, what'd you say?
I think it's the one with David Schwimmer. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll look at it. I'm downloading it as we speak right now.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
The library card?
No. There's a streaming service that you could get with your library card.
Okay. No, I think there's like a show where he plays like a librarian of some sort. I may be mistaken.
Bro, how did you get from there to what the fuck, dude?
Anyway, all right, back to Grouper.
Back to Groupers. So what did you think of it, William? You can go first.
I mean, okay, so it's a good movie. I will say right off the bat, this is not a horrible movie. This is not a bad movie. This is one of those, if people have listened to me before, where I say it is a good movie. It is not a my cup of tea movie. This movie falls into that category. So it is a redemption movie about, or actually I'd say more like a revenge movie.
Okay.
About basically two bullies that were bullying this kid in high school, and his sister gets revenge on them. And that's all I'll say. Yes. It's very good. It's very well done. Like we say, it was crowdfunded, so it's not like a blockbuster Hollywood movie. But
far from it. Which I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
You could tell that they cut. He had to cut corners in certain things to obviously be able to do the movie that he wanted to do. But honestly, the real takeaway from this movie is Meg, the main character.
Yes,
I think that actress has some major she is freaking phenomenal. She is talented.
Yeah, she is. I'm gonna be quick and concise with what I thought of the movie, because we talked about it off air.
Jessica Jones, that's who she reminded me of. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good. Yes, I could see that.
I can see the actors that play Jessica Jones have the same role, or have those roles as well, and be just as good at it. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. So basically, what I thought was, if it was a short film, it probably would have been better. I felt like I was in for something at the beginning, and then the movie kind of just turned into something that I was not a fan of. I wanted them three, the two guys and Meg. Once they started adding more characters, which I will not name because for spoilers, I just felt like they were kind of they didn't have a part in the movie. They kind of came out of left field, and specifically Oren. I absolutely hate that character. Sorry,
Aaron.
Oren.
Aaron.
Anderson, I hate that character. I'm sorry, and I know you wrote him to be to be a hated character, but
he did his job, then.
Yeah, he did. But I'll watch a movie and be like, damn, I fucking hate that character or show, but I don't mind them being on the screen. My problem with Oren was every time he came on screen, I just wanted him to leave.
I wanted to punch him every time he came on screen.
Yeah, same
on purpose.
Same with me. I'm like, he's the most fucking just. Oh my god! I don't know if
that's the whole point.
I know, but I don't know if it's the guy's acting or the way that Anderson wrote the character. I just was not a fan with it. Honestly, like I said, not a bad movie. I'm gonna agree with William. It's not my cup of tea. I felt like if it was a short film, it would have been much better, and if you kept it more concise with those three characters, it probably would have been better. That's it, Anderson. I hope that you take the feedback, and I would love to see your next movie because I'm pretty sure you're writing something else. And
he's got a few. The Battle of Skunk Skull is definitely.
Dear God in heaven, what is that?
Oh, it sounds glorious from everything I've heard. It's pretty much similar to this. It's very kind of revenge, fuck you to these homophobic assholes and type of thing.
Damn, he really likes that premise, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so I don't know if you wanted to say anything else, William. I think.
If you're filming anywhere near Connecticut or New York and you need a personal assistant or somebody that wants to learn about movie making, reach out. I would love to because, as anybody knows, in the past 115 plus episodes, I want to be a filmmaker. So I'll start at the bottom and I'll get everybody burgers as I learn how to work behind the camera. So just throwing it out there. That's cool. Anyway, moving on.
All right. So, Louis, you wanted to bring. So this week she's going to be a little different. Zach had some prior engagements, so he's not going to be on for Spiel Binge.
Intelligence. That's the show with Swimmer on Peacock.
Motherfucker, dude.
And he's Canopy is the streaming network that's hooked up with the library cards.
Canopy. Okay, I didn't even know that. So, Louis, instead of Spiel Binge, I know you wanted to talk about streaming services.
Yes, Netflix movies that are coming to Netflix or have come to Netflix for August are actually, ironically enough, with the Spiel binge not happening, Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3 are on Netflix now.
Actually, speaking of Spiel binge, E.T. is also available on Peacock for free.
Wasn't Jurassic? I saw Jurassic Park recently, within the last year on Netflix, so they took it off.
Yeah, the second one was on Netflix for a month, and then they took it off.
Okay, gotcha.
Also, part 1 and 2 of the Neverending Story, which is awesome.
You want to fuck your childhood up, dude?
Yo, our child's already
Atreyu, dude. That shit fucked up kids' childhood in the 80s and 90s, bro. Fucking
that, along with the Wheelers from Return to Oz.
Well, I saw that recently for the first time, but yes, if you're a kid of the 80s, definitely the Wheelers from Return to Oz are fucking god. They're so freaky looking,
right? Yeah. Also, the original Mad Max actually is on Netflix now.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And then personal favorites of mine that I don't know if I know you've seen at least one of these three, but Hardcore Henry.
I've actually never seen Hardcore Henry.
Oh, it's so
I started watching it, and then it just started annoying me. It's a great premise. Oh, Murder, She Wrote. Hell yeah. All 12 seasons on Peacock.
Is this man just going through the are you just going through Peacock? I
just downloaded it on my game system, and I'm just going through it and seeing what 21 Jump Street. There's another good one. There's some good one. Sequest. The Greatest American Hero. There's some good shows streaming on this thing. Frasier, The Munsters, Cheers, Parks and
Frasier, really?
Yeah.
Wasn't Frasier on Netflix?
It was. Not anymore.
The Munsters?
The Munsters, the original Munsters.
Ooh, that's a banger right there.
One. Columbo, Saved by the Bell.
Shut your goddamn mouth. Sorry.
Bite me, bitch.
Lewis, go, dude.
Anyway, I had the floor anyway because I was saying the Hardcore Henry thing. I started watching it, and then it's a great premise of the first-person shooter kind of thing.
Yeah.
It just got annoying after a while.
I loved it.
Like a 30-minute, 40-minute thing would have been great, but I was just like, oh god, no. I don't get seasick, and this movie was getting me seasick.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you got motion sickness from the?
I watched that one in theaters. That was fucking great. Oh my god, it was so good. Next one being John Malkovich.
Yes, I know. I saw that on Netflix.
That is a good one. And then my favorite personal top 10 movie of all time, Eternal Sunshine of the fucking Spotless Mind.
That was on Netflix. I guess they took it off and put it back on.
Yeah, that was on Netflix 2 years ago.
Recently.
Sunshine.
No, recently, dude.
Oh, I just got on August 1st.
Lewis, what is it?
Eternal Sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
What?
What? I didn't say anything bad. I said, oh, yeah.
All right, next classic, The Addams Family is on there as well.
Like the movies from the 90s?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then another one that I think, and we're personally going to be doing something with Midnight Movie Nerds soon, is Oceans 12 and 13, not 11. 12 and 13 are on there.
11?
What?
Why not 11? He was asking.
I don't know. Ask Netflix.
Oh, because it's not there. I thought you were deciding not to do 11.
Yeah, same. I was confused there.
Like that, and that's why I was like, why are you not doing 11? And, okay, because you don't have access to 11. All right.
Well, I do. I have it, but we're going to be talking all the movies, but Netflix only has 12 and 13.
Fuck you, Netflix. Why do you do this to us, man?
Right. And then this week is actually dropping The Legend of Korra, so if you're a fan of Avatar The Last Airbender, the proper series, and the proper rendition of it.
Really sad news with Avatar came out today.
Yeah, I heard. I'm sorry for all the fans out there.
Yeah, so
I'm not even trying to be an ass.
There was going to be an live-action Netflix series that the creators were going to be on. Ditko and I forget the other guy's name, bro. Sorry. He has a really weird last name, and I'm blanking on his name right now. Whatever. They were tied to the show, and they left the show due to creative differences. Bro, if you have creative differences with the fucking creators of Avatar, there's a fucking problem, dude. you know that show's gonna be ass now, dude.
Yeah.
After watching the abysmal fucking Last Airbender movie, the M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movie from 2010.
Yeah, dude, that shit
God,
was
that
garbage.
Bro, what? Okay, can we talk about for a second? Why
that was
is it
unbearable? Fucking bearable.
In the show, they pronounce his name Aang. They pronounce the name Sokka. Why does he pronounce it in the movie as Ong and Sokka? It fucking like why, dude? Why?
I don't know. Why is Mark Wahlberg running away from fucking trees and wind in the fucking happening? Like, I don't fucking know, because Shyamalan Ding Dong's dumb.
I don't know, man, but like, yeah, it's just
kind of lost his mind after a little while, honestly.
Because honestly, dude, a live action Avatar series sounded great with the creators on board.
If it had the original creators, yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way, he also went on to say that he's not like completely off of working with Netflix. It's just on this show, in this particular show, he does not want to be on it.
Honestly, I'm still excited to see what they end up doing, just because I want to see it. I love that series so fucking much.
I do.
I've never watched the series, and then right after I finished it, went right back and rewatched the whole damn thing.
That's only you. You're fucking psycho.
Yeah. Speaking of psycho, actually,
Agritseku is actually making season 3 on August 27th.
No, actually, I got one better on Psycho.
Angry Kitty.
You.
Angry Kitty.
And I promise I'll try and make this the last time that I talk about Peacock app. They have all 7 seasons of Alfred Hitchcock Presents. They have all 3 seasons of Alfred Hitchcock Hour, along with Psycho, The Birds, Rear Window, Second Life.
Oh, shit. Really?
The original 1931 Frankenstein, the 1933 Invisible Man, the 61 Curse of the Werewolf, the
Universal
31
Monsters.
Dracula, the 43 Phantom of the Opera, and 35
Universal Monsters.
Bride of Frankenstein.
Nice.
So, if you are a fan of original old school horror, and this is just like what's featured, there's a whole section on it. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to be enjoying the Alfred Hitchcock Presents series. Cause
I am going to be downloading Peacock this weekend.
Yo, Jigsaw. Yeah.
Before they find out that there's a bunch of people on their service and they're like, oh shit, we can make money off of this, and then they start charging.
Yeah, right. And the last thing that I want to bring up on Netflix, August 28th, Cobra Kai season 1 and 2, and guess what? William, I remember you brought up that you really enjoyed Cobra Kai.
Yes.
Are they finally releasing season 3?
That's the other thing. You remember that it was going through YouTube before.
Now it's on Netflix.
Now it's on Netflix, and Netflix has officially purchased the rights to make season 3 and 4. What the hell, dude?
I've been spending $11 a month on Netflix so that I could actually have access to that, and now, well, I mean, there's other features which I'm definitely enjoying, like no commercials whatsoever.
You mean YouTube Red, not Netflix. You said you're spending $11 on Netflix.
No, sorry, YouTube Red.
Yeah, fuck YouTube Red. That thing is useless.
It's not if you're
not if you like music and like me. Like you can download music to your phone and then play the videos without using data. So if you're going on long drives and you have your own playlist, you can do that, and you can add music while you're listening to it.
Or you can get Google Play Music
available on Peacock. I'm seeing if they have the sequels.
What is on Peacock?
The music.
Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, nice. So yeah, that's pretty much the highlights of what's coming out. Also, Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace is coming out on the 31st.
On what, Netflix?
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck Quantum of Solace, but Casino Royale though?
Yeah.
Ooh. Quantum of Solace was okay. Like I think it's the weaker of the Daniel Craig Bond series. But it wasn't bad. It was a good, I guess, tie-in movie from Casino Royale to Skyfall.
And the best things out of all the movies coming out in August, A Knight's Tale.
Yes.
Is that which one's that one again?
That's the one with what's his face, the one that died, Joker.
Yeah. Oh my God, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger. Yeah. I remember watching them. I blanked out.
12 episodes in, guys.
Because there is a isn't there a Night movie with Martin Lawrence also, like a comedy?
That's Black Knight.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
112 episodes in.
You know what? Fuck you, dude. It happens. We're human beings.
Motherfucking plane.
Oh, mother of God. Shut up with Peacock already, bro. All right. Stay tuned as a quick break when we come at you live with the main segment of our show, the main review, Gleason, which was... Not Peacock.
Yo, Bangkok Dangerous! Hell yeah!
Lord help.
Welcome to an exploration of sight and mind, a travel through the world of films and the artists that bring you these masterpieces. Do you love films, directors, actors, cinematographers, editors, composers, or any of the hundreds of artists that bring you these feats of art? I am Luislacau, your host into the world of films, your guide to Man Bites Retro.
All right, guys, welcome back for the main segment of our show, the main review live. Lewis's pick, Gleason, streaming on Amazon Prime.
Bring out the tissues for this segment.
Fuck you.
Legit.
Fuck you for choosing this movie, dude. Fuck you.
It is one of my favorite documentaries. And I was like, all right, if we're doing documentaries, we're going to do two. One that's fun and another one that is going to be utterly destroying you. So,
dude, I think I cried 90% of that movie, dude.
Dude, it's sad as fuck.
Like, I held it together, and, like, I had to watch this movie in two segments, like, one point, because I was like, I need a break from this.
I cried, man. I cried so hard.
It's not a bad documentary. It's a great documentary. Absolutely is a great documentary. It is heart-wrenching. It is just... It hits the ground running, and it does... And that was not a bad pun because it is about somebody with ALS. But, like, just storyline and just... It doesn't stop. It just keeps going. When you think you're done, it's like... Hold up, sucker punch from the right, and you're like, oh, all right.
So the movie is a documentary about the diagnosis of this former NFL player by the name of Steve Gleason. He's diagnosed with ALS when he's like early 30s.
Yeah,
and basically it's like his journey through 34, and how he progressively gets worse, and he's with his wife, and the birth of their
no. But the worst part is that
son.
Whole recording is for his son.
Yeah, it's like his
son.
Yeah, it's the whole recording is like him, like he wants his son to look back at this whenever he, you know,
it's a death diary. It's a death diary. That's what it is.
By the way, he's still alive. He is still alive.
Yeah,
which is crazy. Which is fucking nuts, because he got diagnosed in 2011, which is 9 years ago at this point.
Yeah, and I love how this documentary follows the whole path, the downward spiral of his life, and how he kind of takes that by the balls and says, fuck you, I'm not going to be depressed. I'm not going to sit here and take this fucking, this death sentence, basically, sitting down. I'm going to take this death sentence and make people I understand what I'm going through, because it's a disease that's unknown to anybody.
But he's also a human being, and he has his moments, which you see in the documentary, where he loses it. Where he tells his wife, like, I'm scared, I'm going to die.
It's not a puff piece in any way or form.
And like the one that really hurt me, I don't know if I've ever brought it up. This one resonated with me because my mom passed away, not of ALS, but like of cancer. So that part where he talks to his dad.
Yeah.
And he tells him about faith and all that stuff. That really like got to me for some odd reason.
If ever there was a movie that they could play Coco's Remember Me and make you completely lose your shit, is this it?
Yeah, it's...
That song's played at the end for, like, the end credits. You want to talk about done? I so would have been done.
This is, man, like...
Why? Like, just let me stay curled up in the corner in tears and try to feel better about my life.
Like, I'm not joking around. I was crying for, like, the majority of this documentary. It just... I would get, like... there were moments where I had to take a break where I was like, yo, this is too much for me right now, dude. Too much.
But you see why I recommended it? I think it's a powerful as
it is. It's super
effective documentary.
Yeah, super. Favorite scene in the documentary is when he tells the nurse, "Am I the hottest guy that you've ever fingered in the ass?" Best thing he's ever said. When he says that, it's just so funny to me, and I know it's such a stupid line, but it's so nice to see somebody in such a shitty situation.
Still has a sense of humor.
Yeah, that still has a sense of humor.
I couldn't. I would like.
Oh, I think I'd die.
It's like, would they commemorate him with like the statue?
Yeah.
And he's like, this afternoon, he's basically like, this afternoon I was being called a hero and being looked up to and everything. And then I came home and I shat myself all over myself in the chair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I ever get to that point, like, literally kill me.
Well, yeah,
it's kill me, because I don't want anybody ever to have to sit there and clean shit off of me, off of my clothes, off of my chair. Like, his wife is incredible.
Dude, that lady is a saint.
Oh,
dude, a saint.
Seriously.
And that guy, which I totally didn't get that part. Like, I know that she babysat him, but like, I don't understand why he started helping them. The guy.
It was a love interest. That was her love interest. That was the one that, like,
I'm assuming.
You got to understand. I mean, people have needs, and I'm sorry if you can't finish. I'm pretty sure Gleason understood that. Like, he had to have understood that his wife is still with him because she loves him, but she has needs. And I'm sorry, it's like a while back I think it was me that picked it, The Theory of Everything. Yes, exactly.
That his wife eventually leaves him for the caretaker, one of the guys. Yeah, it's the same thing. I didn't like, a part of me was like, oh, maybe it's that, but I was like, maybe it's not. Maybe it's
I mean, they don't say it, but I know there's innuendo there where it's enough that it's like, okay, I'm sure. I don't think she cares for him. For the guy, I think it's just a physical thing,
like a sexual need. Yeah.
I don't think it's. I think that she still loves Gleason, and always will. I mean, she wasn't at it for the money. She wasn't at it for that, because if she was, then she would have just divorced him and bye. Yeah,
it's just rough, man. You see both sides. Like, you see this man that's like fighting, and then you see the low points where he thinks that everything is like. You see it in his face. Like, it really, I don't know why the parts that really got to me where it's like when he's like really deep in his like sickness, where like he has lost control of like being able to speak and all that. When he starts crying, he does this very baby face. Yeah. When he cries, and I don't mean to like say that in a mean way.
No, he exposes himself.
That's the only way he can
human.
Yeah, and that's the only way that he can express himself, because he has very limited mobility of anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It was a beautiful documentary, but it's
documentaries.
Very, very sad.
Documentaries are one of those things that, like, it's either hit or miss, and it's hit or miss in the way where the filmmaker has no control of it. It's all about two things: access and luck. These people had both. They had the luck of the fact that both of these people were humble, and what they did with the disease turned into something that was incredible, but the documentarians didn't expect that. They didn't know that. They just were following Gleason in his last days to see what came of it.
Or what they thought were going to be his last years.
Exactly.
He's still alive, which is baffling to me. Basically, he's going to become... how long did Stephen Hawking live with ALS? Like 40 years, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. That's insane. Two things out of this documentary. One, I found it really interesting when the doctor told him that you can live past your diagnosis. It's just that most people don't want to, so they allow themselves to die.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's not even just that they don't want to; it's like they can't afford to. Which brings up a whole different ballgame of why people with ALS is a death sentence in the United States.
Well, not only that, and they talk about in the movie when he decides to do the ventilator.
Yeah.
Which it's like money constantly, and he has to have 24-hour care, but also What was the other? Fuck, I was gonna bring something else up, and I told it.
Because any other country would have just let them die. They would not give them access to anything. That's part of the socialist healthcare. It's very. They're not going to give something to somebody that's not.
That's not necessarily true because in Europe, when you have healthcare for everyone, if you decide to have this, the state pays for it, and you have it.
But not for the
numbers. The people with ALS in Europe have a longer life expectancy than the people in the United States.
Okay.
Because they don't have to pay as much, because the state covers a lot more, because they have a lot more help than they do here. But I'm not going to get into
let's not get into that.
Problems, us versus Europe and whatnot. This is not what it's about.
Second thing I wanted to bring up that now I remember, that part in the documentary when they decide to do the stem cell thing on him, and it speeds up his like deterioration. I wonder, like that entire part, I was wondering like, he's gonna get worse eventually, but I wonder how much did it speed up his like deterioration? I wonder, and why that happened. It's just like I know you guys probably don't know. It's just an interesting thing that as I was watching it, I was like, I wonder why that happened and how much did it speed it up.
Falls again under stem cell research in the United States has been like, there's a big controversy with it, whether to be doing it or not. And so we haven't come far enough to figure out how to use it to the best of our abilities and potentially save lives, because we're still stuck in the he said, she said, God said, science says bullshit. That instead of just saying, let's give this a try and actually learn from it, we are just, letting people die and whatever else. So that's another thing, it's just,
but
we could be so much further on the medical scale, if you want to put it that way.
Yep.
If we stopped arguing about semantics and be like, let's see what the science says and if it saves lives. And then if your religion says it's against your religion to get, in this case, for example, stem cell research, don't get it, and that's up to you. But
that's the same thing as like
my religion does not allow for you to get it, because you know what? Fuck you. I want to live, and I'm going to do everything I can to stay alive as long as I possibly can.
Exactly. It's the same thing as like the Jehovah's Witnesses that say that you can't get a blood transfusion. I'm like, okay, who's going to stop me from getting a blood transfusion if it's going to save my life? I'm sorry. And it's not illegal. So it's like, it should be the same thing across the fucking board. I don't care how big your fucking religion is. I don't care. I'm sorry. Science and progression of life and everything comes first. It's not going to change anybody's life other than the people that are affected by it, and that's their decision to make, not somebody that doesn't have the disease.
But again, this is something that we give it so much water in the United States because facts show people go to Canada, people go to South America, people go to Europe to get better medication. We used to be the front runner in medical breakthroughs. We no longer are, because we sit and do fucking nothing while people die and just point fingers, whereas the rest of the world is, we have a cure for this, we have a cure for that, we have a cure for this, we're almost here, we're almost there, we're going, oh, how are you doing it? We're not sitting and bitching about shit. We're actually getting shit done. I'm sorry, and that's pretty much what it boils down to, because if you two schmucks are sitting here arguing with each other about it's against your belief, Lewis, and it's against your upbringing, Branden, and I'm sitting here going, I have a solution, guess where your patient's going to go? Not to you guys. They're going to come to me, where I'm like, you can live another 60 years and actually be as close to a normal human being instead of being stuck to a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah. But, I agree. But honestly, man, beautiful documentary. It is. It's just very, very sad. And just know that you're coming in for a tearjerker. But it's beautiful to see, ironically, in such a shitty situation, this man kind of like what he does for his son, but also like him bettering his relationship with his father. throughout his sickness and all that stuff, and just the love of this woman for him. I
think that's the most incredible part, honestly. I think that just it cements this movie, this documentary, as like a staple.
And also, like, I love that line that he says. He's like, I hope that when he's talking to his son, like in one of the video diaries, he tells him, I hope you love me as much as I love you one day. Or better yet, he says, or you show your son the same love that I show you.
Yeah.
That's like, damn, dude. It must be rough. It must be rough. But it was honestly, thank you for choosing it, even though it was super depressing and very, very sad.
It is. But I think sometimes we need to see something like this because it's depressing while we're watching it, but then it's going to give us that motivation when we're going through a tough time.
Talking about it, I still get teary-eyed. Like, I just, it's sad, man. Like, this man is never going to be able to have a normal relationship with his son.
Yeah. And just watching how he is and knowing, like, I know deep down, if I ever get to that point, you're going to be coming to a funeral a lot sooner than 40 years.
Oh, same. I think it takes a special kind of person to fight like that, and I personally don't think I am one of those people.
Like, when I got cancer at 24, before I even realized, like, how far along I was or how little along I was, like, your mind just automatically goes to
death.
Like,
dude,
death sentence.
Dude.
And am I gonna force myself to stay alive until the very end?
Dude,
and like to me, the reason why I would not be able to, like joking aside about, like, people wiping my ass, to me, knowing that I'm sitting in a wheelchair and not being able to communicate properly and watching the people around me day in and day out basically, like, holding back tears, and then on top of it, they're going to go through the pain. They're going through the pain of watching me not being able to be who I am and how I am, because you guys know me. You guys know how much I'm always, about, like, let's get up and go do shit. And I'm stuck in a fucking wheelchair and watching people watch me suffer, and then knowing that when I die, they're going to suffer even more. I want them to just stop suffering as quickly as possible, so just take me out and do it now.
But
the fact that this guy is going and keep going, and he's like, I'll die when I'll die, but I can do as much as I can to stay alive. It's just like, oof.
But I totally like sympathize with what you said, because when my mom was diagnosed and I heard the news, I myself, that's immediately what you go to. Like, you immediately think of death.
Yep. You
immediately think of the worst case scenario. Because not only, cancer is a big word, ALS is a big word. Not a lot of people. Well, it's very rare to get ALS, right? If I'm not mistaken,
it is.
It is, but I guess one of those, like, if you prepare yourself for the worst, anything else is better.
But also, like he says in the documentary, like, it's more than likely you're going to die of this.
Exactly,
it's going to happen eventually. So it's kind of scary. It's, if you think about it, worse than cancer, because cancer you can beat. ALS, it's kind of like you have it, you're going to die. You might prolong it a little bit, but you're eventually going to die. And honestly,
I think it's also, I personally, the first time I watched this, I was kind of pissed at him because I felt bad for his wife. I felt bad that she had to suffer through all this. And I know that she said she wanted to. She wanted him to stay alive. But at the same time, I just can't help it. I personally would never want to live like that. Like both of you said, I'm sorry. I will never put anybody that I love through that pain and suffering that he did to his wife. I'm sorry. I think that's selfish too.
I don't know, man. It's thinking, like, now you talk about his wife, like, she says something at the end that I kind of resonated with as somebody that watched somebody, die, that she's no longer the same person. She's no longer this happy person inside.
Exactly.
And it's funny. My mom died 8 years ago, and I feel, as depressing as and sad as it sounds, that I am no longer the same happy person that I was, that I'm angry all the time. And I've never been able to get over it. It's probably angry at like, the situation and what happened. But I noticed that like I have a really bad temper. I get annoyed very fucking easily. And it just resonated with me because I was like, damn. And she's like, oh, I'm trying to, find that happiness again. And I'm like, damn, I don't think I've ever found that again.
It's extremely hard because I think all of us have gone through situations where we've kind of been tested or pushed to the brink of an experience that really resonated with us. And I think it's all left us kind of fucked up, for lack of a better word, in one way or another, whether it's anxiety, whether it's depression, whether it's something. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why I would never, because I think each of us have experienced it already through the opposite side of it or during it, that we wouldn't want that to go through anybody else. We wouldn't want to put somebody through that. And at least me personally, the first time I watched this, I thought that he was super selfish for what he did. And I was really pissed at him.
For wanting to survive?
Yeah. For wanting to put... Dude. But that's the thing, though. The way
no one wants to die, dude. I don't
get that. But also at the same time, you have to realize what kind of quality of life you're having, and what kind of quality of life you're putting the person that you love more than anything else through.
You don't think he's thinking about that every day?
I do, but I'm saying the first time I watched it, I was pissed at him because I was like, "What the fuck kind of selfish shit is that?" The second time I watched it, though, I realized I'm like, she signed up for this. She discussed this with him. She knew what she was getting into. And it wasn't a one-sided decision. It was both of them that decided. So it's like, okay, I get that now.
Like you said earlier, she could have divorced his ass and left,
But she loved him.
But yeah. She fell in love with this, I
mean, I guess you could say in his circumstance, because he was a professional football player, he could have hired somebody to do what his wife has been doing. But
that's the thing, though. The money goes only so far, and the treatments and everything are so expensive that
exactly.
you run out of money real quick.
And you could see, like, they had money to a certain extent because she never worked. She was his caretaker and stuff like that. And, and he, like, was all about getting the tracheotomy. Is that how you say it? Tracheotomy?
Yeah.
I think so.
To get the ventilator, which they state in the documentary is most people don't get it because it's very expensive. And you have to have... I can tell you
right now that the treatment alone for ALS, if you don't have insurance, this is, mind you, if you don't have insurance, is anywhere between $6,000 to $10,000 a month.
Jesus Christ.
And that's not including nursing therapy or anything. That is just the medication.
That's disgusting. The fact that this is
That's why... Why do you think...
we live in, and if you don't have $10,000 a month, you're going to die.
Why do you think I love the job that I'm in now? The job that I'm in now, you know what it is? It's those manufacturers that approve people for free. These medications are given for free.
Yeah.
These life-saving medications.
I'm calling you if this ever happens to me, or if I need medication like that.
Yeah, right.
It's like, cancer medications, oncology, all kinds of things. And these are like specialty medications that are like anywhere between $5,000 to $12,000 per month.
Oh, dude, when my mom was sick, like my dad, just to, try something, they did like a procedure on my mom that cost like $30,000.
Yeah.
Just to see, for the hope that this might help. And it didn't, but, And my dad is nowhere near wealthy. My dad probably went through all his savings and then some. Probably maxed out credit cards and shit. Like, but honestly, check it out. It's a really good documentary. Just come with tissues. It's very depressing.
Let's keep going because.
Yeah, I give this. I'm A 9. I was very much invested and bawling my eyes out the entire time. How about you guys?
I agree. This is a 9.5 for me. I've seen this documentary 3 times, and
Jesus Christ, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that to yourself, man.
I saw it when it first came out, and then I saw it maybe about 2 years ago, and then again just for the show.
Okay, gotcha. Because that is. Whew, I don't know if I'll ever watch this again, man. It was very, very sad. So what do you give it, William?
Yeah, I give it a 9.5 as well. It was hard to get through, but
yeah,
it was good because it was definitely one of those. You think your life is hard and your life is shit. This is what you could be going through. So enjoy what you have. But yeah, stay tuned because we'll be right back.
Before we go to break, I even sent a message to William. I was like, "God damn, this documentary!"
Right? I was like, "Yeah, holy shit!"
All right, guys, stay tuned to this quick break. When we come at you with the final segment of our show, the individual reviews.
As the songs of awakening rang through, the world was created. The silence was broken.
Middle-earth, with its rolling hills, broken mountains, flowing rivers, and beautiful forest, was created.
Cellar Door is a journey into the mythology, the mystery, and the beauty of Middle-earth. Sit back.
Close your eyes.
And imagine.
All right, guys, welcome back for the final segment of our show, the individual reviews. Lewis is going to be going first.
Yes, and I decided since it lost, I wanted to do Queen of Versailles. This is a documentary that was about the Westgate Resorts owners and their luscious love of life, and it's basically follows this couple that own Westgate, or this man that owns Westgate. I forgot what his name, David Siegel. And the Siegel family itself, which you have his trophy wife, which I can't remember her name or Jackie, sorry, is a complete, utter loser. She is literally a piece of shit. And this documentary kind of pokes fun at this family because they literally lose everything in the housing crash and the bubble burst. For anybody that doesn't know what Westgate is a timeshare company. It is the biggest timeshare company in existence, and it is the biggest piece of shit. They literally steal from people. The timeshares are the biggest fucking pyramid scheme in existence. This thing is atrocious. If you've ever done a timeshare, you're literally paying way too much for basically hotel amenities, and it's just kind of, Siegel says it during the documentary, everybody wants to act rich even though they can't afford it. So what do? I give them that option to act rich even though they can't afford it. And during the whole housing crash and everything falls apart. He loses all his money, and the reason that this is called the Queen of Versailles is because they are building the biggest house in the United States. Okay, it's 70,000 square feet. Okay. A house that's 70,000 square feet.
That is ridiculous.
It has 36 bathrooms and 26 rooms. Why is there more bathrooms, 10 more bathrooms than rooms? I don't know.
Hey, man, because if there are 20...
a goddamn bathroom when you need to go.
Yeah, exactly. If there are 26 people in a bathroom, you still got 10 more, bro. You know, it is what it is.
Dude, this is it's one of those you can't take the trash out of trailer trash. This chick is literally trailer trash. She dresses all in like a fucking leopard print and like all these like animal prints, and everything is like Louis the 15th fucking style. What do you call it? Furniture and all that tacky as hell shit. And it's exactly like that, the house that they're trying to build. But this multi-million-dollar house is like, they never finished it. They couldn't finish it because they stopped. They ran out of money because of the housing crash. And during this whole thing, Westgate actually lost almost half of their employees in the process. And in the end, basically forfeited one of the new properties in Las Vegas. And this documentary just, it is hilarious because it's talking to these family members, and the sequel family is saying, oh yeah, we're going through such hard times. We might have to buy a house that's $300,000.
Jesus Christ.
I just started looking at them because the way that the documentary is, it's fucking hilarious. When she says that line, it's literally her in her driveway, and she goes, I'm so sad about this because, you know, I feel like we're losing touch with who we are, and I feel like we're really losing ground and moving backwards. And then it pans out and it shows this giant mansion behind them. It's a documentary that the documentarians are poking fun of this family, and they never knew it. And it's done so subtle and so well that it is a good laugh. It is something that will make you crack up and just say, holy shit, these people, I don't understand how they have so much fucking money. And it gets gross sometimes. I don't know if any of you had anybody that works for Westgate.
No.
I mean, here in Orlando, it's a huge fucking thing. Like, I think 1 in 10 people have worked for fucking Westgate in Orlando. It's ridiculous.
I worked for Marriott Vacation Club, but I didn't work for like the offices of timeshare, but the flagship Grand Vista in Orlando is a timeshare. It's a timeshare hotel.
And I mean, it's timeshares are kind of like one of those, like, I call it a pyramid scheme, because honestly, yes, you should vacation once a year, but how often do you really? And why would you go back to the same places? After you've experienced them, you're good. You're golden. Why would you ever go back there?
I don't know. Why the fuck do I go back to Florida and visit every time?
You like it, dude. You
Exactly. There you go. There's your answer.
Or it's like tradition, you know, like you do it as a tradition with your family. Like
I don't know.
I get your point, Louis. Like,
I get it too. Yeah, I understand.
There's travelers and there's travelers. There's travelers that are like, you know, we had people that would come down to Grand Vista and be there for like 7, 8, 9 weeks at a time with their timeshares.
And I get it if you're coming here to Orlando, but since I live here in Orlando, I guess it's kind of like, why? You know?
Well, I mean, outside of Orlando, what's your favorite place to go?
I have multiple. It's not usually the same place. I don't visit the same place over and over again.
Well, the thing is also, like, with timeshare now, I don't know about Westgate, but with Marriott, you're not stuck to the timeshare week and place that you buy. And that's you buy it a week, but then you can trade it for a different week at a different resort in a different part of the country.
And that came out of the crisis that they faced when this documentary takes place, because the timeshare companies, obviously, they're like, let's kind of try to reinvent what we do and try to see if we can make this a little bit better for people, because obviously it's not going to work to bring people.
By the way, really random, because I'm on Twitter right now. I'm going to say this before I'm not going to say asshole, it's mean. Before one of our listeners is like, he said the wrong name. It's Michael Dante Di Martino, not Ditko. Ditko's a fucking guy from a comic book. So, yeah. Oh, my God. Give me a second. Jesus Christ. Come on, man. No, sorry. My friend was calling me. Okay. When we were talking about Avatar earlier, I said Ditko.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's Di Martino. So, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, the Queen of Versailles, I give this a 9 out of 10. It's an enjoyable documentary. William, have you seen it or you haven't?
No, I haven't. I voted for it, but I didn't.
And Brandon, you haven't seen it.
I was going to watch it because because I knew you were going to review it, but I'm like, maybe I'll watch this as well. And after watching Gleason, I'm like, I am not running the risk of this being something exactly the same. Like, I cannot put myself through another hour and a half, 2 hours of this. Nope, that's okay. I'll just listen to his review, and then I may watch it afterwards.
Yeah, honestly, this is a good one. It's on Hulu currently.
Yep.
And it's well worth it. It really is a good one. It's fun. If you like dark comedies, it's pretty fun. Especially if you like seeing the downfall of like the 1% and all that shit. This is definitely one that you'll get a kick out of. So I definitely recommend it. I can't speak any more praise about it, honestly. So
next, awesome, Mr. William.
I am on the fence, because especially after
do it.
So all right. So originally I was going to do a documentary on Netflix called #Anne Frank Parallel Stories. And then we watched Gleason, and I'm like, I need to do something a little bit more uppity. And then I was like, you know what? Scrap that. Kobe. And I'm going back to my original one. So the one that I'm not covering is actually a 3-part documentary all about wildlife in Chile, which is on Disney Plus. It's beautifully done. If you have a 4K TV, you're going to, this is what 4K TVs were made for. So watch that because it's beautiful and it's Chile and I'm biased and I don't care.
What is it called?
Chile.
It's literally called Wild Chile. It's a 3-part series.
I love when people that don't speak.
You have Tierra del Fuego, you have Atacama Desert, and then you got everything in between, which is mostly rainforest.
The Chiles.
The Chiles. But I'm going to stick with Anne Frank.
Sounds like a bad porn.
Huh?
Wild Chile. Sounds like a bad porn.
No, that's called Chile Gone Wild. There's a difference.
Go ahead, William. Go ahead.
So Anne Frank Parallel Stories is a documentary on Netflix. It is hosted, I guess if you want to put it that way. It's weird that it has a cast, but the cast is Helen Mirren. That's pretty much it. But it also has interviews with survivors of the Holocaust from Italy, France, and one of the Eastern Bloc countries, which I do not remember. I want to say it was Poland, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I do apologize about not knowing that. And it's kind of like almost shot in movie form a little bit because it's this girl that's like retracing the steps of Anne Frank from Auschwitz and back to all the way where they were hiding, which has now been turned into a museum. And it's narrated, like there's passages narrated by Helen Mirren, which her voice is just so soothing and just so. It's one of those like. It's that voice that makes everything okay, even though it's not. Like in the middle of chaos, kind of like Morgan Freeman kind of thing. So it was, and I stumbled upon it by a pure accident. And it basically starts 2 years before they are discovered and everything that she had gone through. And in the meantime, what was happening around the world, sorry, not around the world, what was happening around her world that was hidden and what was happening in the streets and other people that were being brought to these concentration camps. And one of the survivors was actually a child that was experimented on because we know now that the Nazis would take children, especially twins, and test on them. And it's obviously it's not comedic at all. It's definitely very somber, very just in your face kind of thing. And it reminded me of when I was young, and my parents were like, "We're gonna go to Dachau again." I'm like, "Why? Like, can we not? Like, I've seen it. I know what happened. Like, oh, but your grandparents are here. Cool, take them. I don't want to go." Because like it changes you. Like it changes you as a visitor, so you can only imagine just living there. But it goes by relatively fast. I want to say it's only about an hour and a half or so. So it's not like it's like that, you know, because like some documentaries go like forever and a day. But it's really goes an hour 35 minutes. So, and it doesn't even feel like an hour and 35 minutes. And it's beautifully done because the part where Ellen Mirren reads, she's actually reading from inside of the museum, sitting at what used to be Anne Frank's desk, where she wrote this diary, wrote this book, which was left behind when they were taken.
Are they reading the actual diary or the edited one that the dad released? I know there's a toned down version that the dad released, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. But I think this is like the original diary. Like this is not the edited one. Okay. And it's it's one of those. Oh yeah, it's another Holocaust documentary. It is, but it's literally seen from the eyes of these survivors as well, but one of the most famous victims to emerge, if you want to put it that way, from this atrocity that killed millions and millions of people. But
more than Henry Schindler?
Huh?
More than Henry Schindler?
Well, yeah, because Henry Schindler was from the outside looking in, whereas this is from the inside looking out. So, when you have money like Schindler and you are able, yes, you're able to save these people, but you don't experience what they're actually going through while they're in these camps and trying to get saved. This is kind of like, this is what we were going through. This is what they were putting us on a daily basis. This is a Nazi guard that made me hold a rock that almost broke my hands because I wasn't working fast enough. Kind of deals, like to children, to kids that were like 8, 9, 10 years old.
But how does that documentary? I'm sorry, I'm actually curious about it. If it's the diary, it's straight up like what she's encountering, trying to hide from the Nazis, right?
It is. So
or is it talking from experiences that her family or friends had?
Well, it's both. It's talking from Anne Frank's. It's talking from Anne Frank that was hiding, and then it's also talking from other people that, though they survived, they were in there while Anne Frank was hiding. So while she was writing about her life hiding inside and trying, wondering what was happening on the outside, you get the answer of what was happening on the outside because these survivors are like, this is what we're going through. Yeah. And then at the end, it's kind of like a meeting of the roads where she ends up going to a concentration camp and, finding out. And unfortunately, then she died of, what was it, typhus?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Was it? It was typhus.
Was it?
That she passed away from the living conditions of living in the camp. Who knows? Had she not contracted it, maybe she would have been able to tell the story herself. But
goddamn Typhoid Mary.
Huh?
Wait,
I'm trying to lighten it up. Goddamn Typhoid Mary. It's all her fault.
Jesus.
But it is, if you're a historian and you I won't say like enjoy, but this is what you like to watch, I definitely recommend it. And like I said, it's very soothing overall because Helen's voice is just I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't want to say like in a very somber kind of way. She's like telling a bedtime story of times of past.
It's a really morbid bedtime story. I'm
really
sorry.
morbid bedtime story, but you make us watch Hannibal Holocaust, so it's all good. Kind of the same thing. But anyway, I give it like a good like 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
And it was very interesting. And Branden, what do you got?
I'm gonna lighten up the mood.
Please do.
So I started watching this documentary food show with my girlfriend Carla on
the Japanese anime one.
No. This is an actual documentary. Even though that show's really good. So this one's on Hulu, and it's from Viceland. And it's called Fuck That's Delicious. It basically follows the rapper Action Bronson with 3 of his friends who are also rappers / DJs. And they basically go to different cities. Every episode is a different city, and they just go through to famous spots. And the thing is that Action Bronson, before he got into rap, had a career, was thinking of going into culinary. The culinary arts, so he has some training and stuff like that. He just never finished it. So, but honestly, the show's really good. The chemistry between the 4 of them is really fucking great. When my man Action talks about food, it's the best thing ever because he's do you guys know what woke is?
Woke?
Yeah, woke.
I'm woke.
Yeah, you're woke.
Are you woke?
I'm hip. I get it. I'm down.
Okay, I'm not woke.
I'm a little not woke after Anne Frank. I'm sorry.
No. Woke is you have this outlook on life. You know.
I love you, William.
Oh no, I'm listening. I'm here.
Woke for Lewis, because I don't think you truly understand, is
yes, I know what woke is.
Okay.
Jesus
so fuck you, man. I don't know. You're old. I don't know if you're
not
with the
old.
times.
Fuck.
So, Action Bronson is kind of woke, but in a nice way. Because there's another dude on the show that thinks he's woke, and he kind of comes across as a little bit preachy, and I'm just shut the fuck up. But honestly, Action says these things where I'm just holy shit, man! Preach to me, brother. Preach. Talk about food. It's nice hearing somebody talk about food in such a fucking beautiful way, for lack of a better term. So honestly, it's a really good time. There's 3 seasons of it on Hulu. Each episode is 20.
It's a reality show.
No, I would not say it's a reality show. He just goes around to different cities and has food, but he goes to restaurants and talks to the chefs, and they let him into the kitchen and
Is it kind of along the lines of what was it? Anthony Bourdain's show, No Reservations?
Kind of, but not as nihilistic, because Anthony Bourdain is. No, I love Anthony Bourdain. I'm just saying, that's a different kind of show.
Yeah. No. But I'm saying it's not a reality show, but it's along those lines where he's going
yes.
Or Guy Fieri with what is it?
Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, or whatever.
I love that show. I've been watching that recently. Thanks.
It's honestly a really good time. And since it's on Vice, the guys curse and stuff. As you can see, the name of the fucking show is Fuck That's Delicious. And it's cool because he talks to the locals, and he's a very personable person. So he likes to talk to people and strike up conversations. And honestly, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And you can tell that the man loves. He's a big dude.
Branden, for lack of a better term. One thing to do: watch a documentary, and you watch a reality show.
It's not a reality show, dude. Fuck off.
Reality show.
Why is it a reality show?
Because it's a series of episodes following this guy.
You're telling me that Anthony Bourdain's shit is not a documentary show either?
No, it's not a documentary series.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
I think it's more of a documentary series. It's definitely not a reality show.
It's a reality.
Dude, if I go to the fucking...
I'm sorry, it's a lifestyle show.
Fuck. That's delicious.
I thought you were going for a very slow fuck you.
I know,
I'm
right?
that
Fuck That's Delicious is an...
That's the show.
It's a TV series.
Fuck That's Delicious is an American television food
Reality
documentary series.
Food
documentary series. Suck my dick, bro.
I hate to say it, but he gave you the D word. He gave you the D. And where
IMDb,
are you?
on IMDb, which is the basis for all things,
God,
reality,
fucking mercy, dude.
Reality TV music. That's what it's placed under.
Yeah, well, they also place movies that are like under horror. So,
do you know what I find to be reality TV? Fucking the Jersey Shore, The Bachelor, shit like that. That's reality television. This is not reality television, dude, at all.
Those most cooking shows.
I would not.
I love you, Branden. I'm just fucking with you. I hope you know that.
I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking kill myself, dude.
So anyway, what are we doing for next week?
So yeah, it's a good show. 8 out of 10. Go watch it. It's on Hulu. It's a good time.
You said it yourself. It's a show.
It is a show, but it's a documentary show. Fuck off, dude. I swear to God. All right, turn your camera on, bro. Turn your camera on so I can see your ugly ass face and spin that wheel,
because if I turn my camera on, you're gonna see my boobs.
Yo, dude, why the fuck are you fucking shirtless?
Because it's hot.
Naomi
said the same thing, and I was like, it's hot in here.
Oh, the Capitals lost. Fuck you.
All right, so spin that wheel, bro.
You guys trust me, or do you want me to...
No, I trust
Hell
you.
no, I don't trust you. Turn that fucking camera on.
Are you being serious, or you just want to see his titties, bro?
No. I gotta see this, because there's musicals on there. I need to make sure that if he falls on musicals...
God damn it. Fuck. It landed on fucking musicals. Son of a bitch.
Yes. Branden, put fucking Yentl on that list.
I don't even know what the fuck that is, but okay.
Oh, don't put Yentl. Fuck no. We already listened to a review of Anne Frank. We don't need more of that.
Put motherfucking Hamilton.
Look at
3 hours of musical. God damn it.
Aren't most musicals like really long?
No, well, I mean, it depends. Like if it's like Broadway musicals, they're like. I just watched Guys and Dolls on DVD.
I gave
and
you
it
guys
was like almost 3 hours.
Funny thing happened on the way to the forum. That's a musical. That's a fun musical.
That is not a musical.
It's a musical.
That's not a musical. It's got music in it, but it's not a musical. That's saying that that means that I can watch a Disney animated.
I knew you were going to say that, dude.
And say that it's a musical. It's not a musical.
They are not musicals, dude.
No. Oh, wait, no, because we don't have Voodoo anymore. Never mind. Oh, I'm like, fucking put Cats on there.
Oh, dude.
Yentl versus Cats, and we'll see which one gets the amount of votes.
Hey, I'm down for that. I actually enjoyed Cats in the worst way possible.
Fucking freak.
All right, so this will be my picks. I'll have to do some homework and find. Yeah.
Then come back with a musical for us.
Oh boy! All right, guys. Do you guys want to plug anything before I plug everything that I need to plug?
No, not really. Just it was a very semi-serious episode.
My stomach just went as you were talking. I was like, "Oh shit!" Lewis, do you have to plug anything?
Many things. Many things.
Your dick is not one of them. Thank you very much.
Your butt plug is not something to plug.
I gotta plug my hair. I gotta plug.
Oh damn, dude! For anyone that doesn't know, Lewis is bald, or balding. So that's
I'm
why.
bald.
You're balding. You still have hair, bro. If you were bald, you wouldn't have hair. Go ahead. Anything do you want to plug other than that?
This is going to be a little preview of next week.
What the fuck is this? Yo,
you shall find out next week.
Copyright. All right, guys. If you enjoyed our show, of course, check out Lewis's other show, Movie Mainline, even though he's not on it anymore, but still, we're going to keep plugging it.
Hell yeah.
The boys are on there.
The boys.
The boys. Also, visit our sister sitediversitygeek.org.
For our sister.
Our sister. And of course, visit our brother.
He is not, like, he is all out of English right now. All out of English.
Visit our brother from another mother. Or another mister. No, that's for girls, right?
Oh my God, just end the show. Please take us out of our misery.
Yeah, go over and to YouTube for John at Narcotic Casserole. And yeah, thank you, William.
Thank you very much, especially for a very solid ending.
Thank you, Lewis.
Thank you, Brandon.
As always, I am Brandon, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of Manbitesfilm. Cue the effing drums.
Fuck yeah.